Hello, nerds. Thank you for watching Generally Nerdy. This is your week in Nerdom music edition for the week of October 1st. That's right, the year is almost over and we're almost to Halloween, so yay! And there's some other announcements and things. Let's get into the intro, we'll get into announcements, and then the news.
Quiet on the set, rolling.
Hi, I am Bitsy Telek.
Hey, I'm Hale Appleman.
I'm Walter Kane.
I'm Rene Aubergenois. Odo on Deep Space Nine.
Michael Dorn, Lieutenant Commander Worf, Star Trek The Next Generation.
Come and see me and hear me and talk to me and listen to me talk about myself.
Hey man, this is Kevin Smith, often considered generally nerdy, and you are listening to what is often considered generally nerdy.
On Generally Nerdy.
You're listening to
Generally Nerdy.
Generally Nerdy.
Generally nerdy.
First thing, I have been invited to do a review of sorts. Well, I don't know of sorts. A review, a day of review, I guess, is how it should be considered. With the Big Show Entertainment Network. I'll see if I can find links and put them in the description. I'm going to be doing reviews for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the sequel, the Crimes of Grindelwald, and I'll also be doing their review of Aquaman. So you can check me out on those channels once those movies come out. Fantastic Beasts is November, and Aquaman is December, if I remember correctly. Could be off by a month, but I'm pretty sure those are the times. So that's pretty exciting stuff there. Also have some more shirts in the works, so keep your eyes tuned to the store, and possibly we'll be doing another promotion so you can get free shirts. These will be one-off shirts though if this goes through like I want it to, so again, just things to stay tuned for. Now let's hit up the news. This week's music news is mostly heavy stuff. The first bit that we're going to touch on is the only thing that doesn't have anything to do with a metal band, and it has to do with Eminem, so it's still pretty aggressive. It seems that Eminem has been brought in to do the title track for the Venom movie. You can listen to and see a sort of fan-made music video if you follow the link in the description, but that is the actual song, so you can go check that out. First he puts out an album that he doesn't let anybody know is going to happen. Then he has the Machine Gun Kelly beef. And now this. This, with everything that's going on in the Eminem camp, I still have yet to listen to Kamikaze, so we still can't talk about that record. I did listen to the MGK stuff, and that's all fantastic. This song, it's called Venom, I believe, and it just feels really rushed. There's not a whole lot of depth to the rhyme scheme. There's very little to do with the actual subject matter. It's more personal. He talks about himself a lot in the song. It just doesn't seem to fit with a title track. But then it's Eminem. I don't know. It's decent. It's not his best song by any stretch. Definitely not his worst song either, but mediocre. We've had the mediocrity conversation. Is probably worse than being bad. So there is that. Yeah, I don't know. Follow the link in the description. Listen to the song. Let me know what you think if you haven't already heard it. If you have already heard it, then skip that other part and just go straight to the comment section. And let's have the conversation about that song, just because I'm usually a huge fan of Eminem. I really like most everything he's ever done. Everything. All of the unreleased stuff, all kinds of Eminem is in my head and on my iPod, but this is not one of my favorites, and I can't really put my finger on exactly why that is. So let's, again, have that conversation down in the comments. So we're kicking on to our next bit, which is Meshuggah. That's right, the reluctant godfathers of gent are in the news, and not because we're getting new music from them necessarily, but because we are getting new re-releases on vinyl from them. So they're re-releasing 5 records, self-titled EP, Contradictions Collapse, None, Destroy, Erase, Improve, and Chaosphere. So the 5 records that kind of put them on the map. which makes sense because they're the first 5 records, right? Well, mostly. Each pressing is going to be limited to 500. They each have different color configurations that sounded pretty interesting, but not interesting enough to write them down because it's whatever. If you like the record, I don't know that the color is going to be the thing that, oh, I don't know if I should buy this. It's just going to be an added bonus, so whatever. Destroy, Erase, Improve, and Chaosphere are kind of the 2 records that are credited with them honing their current sound, so that's always really cool. If you get these 5 special edition presses, then you can watch in beautiful high fidelity. You can watch their progression from a punk band to what they are today, to the crazy, insane hydra of a metal band that they are now. So yeah, definitely awesome, worth noting. They will be out later this year, and then also we got a little bit of an update, and this isn't anything really new. Thomas Haake, the drummer, who we've talked about in previous episodes, kind of reiterated that we're not going to be getting any new music from Meshuggah until 2020 at the earliest. But again, that's not really news because we've been made privy to such things kind of close along those lines in the past. So yeah, that's awesome. And our next bit of news is Unearthed. We got another new song from Unearth's forthcoming record. The name of the record is Extinctions. The name of the song is Survivalist, and you can follow the link in the description so you can go listen to it. They released the official lyric video for it. This one's not as solid as the last one. Still a pretty solid song. If you like metalcore, this is a great place. This is a great band to start with. If you kind of are dipping your toes in the water, they are kind of the stalwarts. They don't really define the genre, but they are one of the best in the genre, if that makes sense. So the reason this one isn't super solid, structure was a little predictable. And the vocalist, I can't remember his name now, but it sounds like his voice isn't as strong as it once was. There's definitely spots in here where vocally you go, oh, I feel like that was not the note he was going for. And the producer didn't fix it in post, which is also very strange. But instrumentally, it's pretty solid. This sounds like it's going to be a decent record. Whether it's going to be one of their best ones, we won't know until it comes out. It's got a pretty high bar set by The March, which is one of their seminal albums, but until it comes out we won't know for sure. But go check out that video, the lyric video. Go listen to that song. Let's have the conversation about Unearthed. If you like the heavy stuff, that's a great band to listen to. And we're moving on. This is our last bit of news this week in music, and it is all about All That Remains. We got the first single off of their new record, which will be coming out November 9th. The name of the record is Victims of the New Disease. The name of the song, I debated whether or not I was actually going to say the full and proper name of the song, and for monetization reasons I'm not going to, and you'll see it censored in the description, but it's F, the ubiquitous F Love. So Phil Labonte was in an interview recently where he said that they wanted to try and make a record that was as heavy as some of their older stuff. And this song, if this is any indication of the rest of the record, sounds like they're going to come through on that promise. So I haven't always been the biggest fan of All That Remains. They're good. They're not my favorite. This is listenable. This is not a bad tune. Again, if you like really heavy stuff, All That Remains is not a bad band to start with. Their last few records have been less than amazing, less than anything I wanted to listen to. For a second, they sounded like they were trying to get radio play. They were kind of toning down their sound a little bit so that it was more easily digestible, and that just didn't sit very well. And this, though, again, is going back to their roots as a metalcore band. So that's awesome. Go check it out in the description. And that is where we're ending this week's music episode, guys. What did I miss? What should we talk about next week? Let me know in the comments down low. If, though, you want to go deeper in the conversation, jump over to the website, generallynerdy.net. That's where you can go find all the freebies, the links to the stores, so you can go get this punny shirt from punishshirt.com or generallynerdy.net, since that's what we're promoting right now. Also, the links to the social medias are all up there, so go check out generallynerdy.net. There's a Patreon as well if you want to support the channel more directly, patreon.com/generallynerdy. Everybody knows how Patreon works. My lowest tier is just $1, and you do get more stuff for that dollar. So check it out again, patreon.com/generallynerdy. If you're new to this channel, though, click the subscribe button. If you like the episode, click the like button. If you're falling behind in your nerd news and you want to catch up, click or tap that box right there to the left of my face to do that. But before we go and do the things and the stuff, guys, always remember that if it is generally nerdy, it's probably here.